Hey guys, it's Wheeling the Gamer Girl here, and today I am actually going to do a discussion on the Scottish pop band, the Bay City Rollers, and their TV show, Shang-a-Lang. So before we get started and discuss on the format, the songs, and also the guest stars that appeared in the show, let me play the theme song a bit. But please do note the theme song right here on YouTube is copyrighted, so we're just going to have to make do what I can, okay? So it's like this: Shang-a-Lang, 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 Shang-a-Lang. Yeah, we sang Shang-a-Lang and we ran with the gang doing do-a-be-do-be-do-I. With the jukebox playing and everybody singing the music like ours couldn't die. Oh, we sang Shang-a-Lang and we ran with the gang doing do-a-be-do-be-do-I. With the jukebox playing and everybody singing the music like ours couldn't die. And then that's it. And afterwards, before the first episode actually began with the Bay City Rollers cover version, Bye Bye Baby, they actually have the band members' faces on the drums. So basically in the intro, they actually do have 5 members: Alan, Eric, Leslie, Derek, and Woody, aka Stuart. And you can actually see them running around in the forest. And yes, these outfits were actually from their album Once Upon a Star, except some of the outfits were different compared to the first version as well, because I think Woody's W sweater was actually replaced with normally his other tartan outfit. I don't remember what it's called, so if you can help me what it is, then yes, I will be able to know. So actually some of the outfits from Shang-a-Lang were featured in the show, and I do believe in some episodes 1 or 2 outfits will actually appear. Like example, Les's blue and white tartan outfit, it actually appeared in 2 episodes, which is the first episode and the 3rd episode. By the 4th episode it didn't appear, however in the intro it actually appeared right there. So actually you could just take a glimpse on the Fat Five actually jumping around, being happy, and also taking a picture before, the drum actually shows the pictures of the Fat Five, aka the Bay City Rollers. So in the first episode of the Bay City Rollers, we do have Bye Bye Baby, which is the first song to be sung on television. As well as this, we did have some guest speakers like Lieutenant Pigeon, Big Jim Sullivan, Olivia Newton-John, Cliff Richard, Mark Bolan, and the others as well. But for the last episode where the Rollers were performing is from Lulu, Boy Meets Girl. And yes, these guys actually have tuxedos, and I do recall that the frontman was actually wearing a fake beard. And yes, this was actually just for show only, and it's not real, guys. So please, I'm not going to show you Lulu's performance with the Bay City Rollers because that one is copyrighted, and I do not want to get into trouble on my channel, okay? But anyways, let's go through the next step. Alright, so actually after their song Bye Bye Baby ends, we do see the Fat Five introducing themselves. So the first episode is actually the only episode which actually included 5 members. From the second episode onwards to the Christmas special, they would actually have 2 guest speakers right here. Like example, Alan and Woody, Eric and Alan, Les and Alan, or something like that. But it depends, because normally there is a shift within the intro of the Bay City Rollers and also their interviews as well. As well as this, we do have Big Jim Sullivan, who actually teaches them a lot of methods on the guitar. So in the first episode, Eric and Woody doesn't actually play the guitar because this is an introduction only. And this would actually mean that in the second episode, they would start showing off their cool moves on the guitar, but I think by episode 11 things started to change because I think they moved from this simple stage to the other stage. And I do believe in episode 11 right up to the final episode, the stage is actually included with a lot of the 2nd Battalion soldiers. I'm so sorry if I said it wrongly. I'm not really that sure because actually, I get things kind of jumbled up when it comes to watching Shang-a-Lang. So, episodes. Okay, so let's talk about it. So the first episode of Shang-a-Lang is actually available on YouTube. So please go check it out. And I do believe this is the first episode. It is actually in full details, alright? And eventually, the first episode is the only video to be uploaded on the channel. The rest of the episodes, say from Tommy Cameron, because I do recall that Tommy Cameron actually created the episodes from 1 to 4, but unfortunately his channel got terminated. So actually I did save some of the videos into, my backup channel so you can go check it out. As well as this, I was so sad that Tommy Cameron actually got terminated because he actually uploaded the Shang-a-Lang videos from episodes 1 to 4. But unfortunately, it was terminated. I'm not sure what happened to his backup channel, but sadly, I wasn't able to record all the episodes. It's because I was busy with other things as well. At the time being, because this video was actually uploaded in 2025, so that was last year. As well as this, we do have some of the separate episodes from Taken as well. There were actually episodes from 1 to 2, 3 to 4, and also like all those numbers. They also have the Bay City Rollers Christmas special as well. That's also part of Shang-a-Lang as well. As well as this, in the Christmas special, we don't actually include all those kinds of outfits from Once Upon a Star. So I'm not too sure what happened. Maybe they were taken away. I don't know, but I do believe in the Christmas special, their outfits are actually similar to the ones that they perform in Rage as well. They were performing Money Honey back in 1975, although it says 1976. So correct me if I'm wrong, because normally these outfits were also used for the Saturday Night Awards as well. Alright, I've been seeing this in the Bay City Rollers magazine and also on Facebook as well. I think it was from the Glam 70s or something. I think I would have to find it and also show the picture, but I can't because this is copyrighted, so I don't think I want to do it. I don't want to take the risk. So yes, that is also the reason why I've been telling about why Shang-a-Lang actually does have 20 episodes, including a Christmas special. So basically, in the last episode of Shang-a-Lang, once the Bay City Rollers sign off for the last episode, I do believe when the cornstarch was actually falling off, the guys weren't actually being violent, but they were actually having a good time while performing the song Shang-a-Lang. And that's one of the reasons why this wasn't actually a stage fight, but it's actually a very playful fight, because normally in 1975, when the Rollers gained popularity, things were going smooth and the Rollers were not aggressive as usual. Beyond in 1978, if you compare it, yes, they were actually at their wits' end because of the popularity declining. But if you compare it to 1975, things were normal, okay? Except for a few incidents where the frontman actually did face a lot of the damages that caused him to be traumatized in later life. Okay, before I get into some of the episodes right here, you can actually do see like sometimes Les, who actually is the lead singer right here. So he normally plays the guitar at times, but I think in some episodes he doesn't. And as well as this, there are some flashbacks right here, starting from episode 5. You don't actually see it often, but I do believe that they are either recording a video or just having some quality time on the farm, it's not actually aggressive compared to the Tokyo or Japan tour. Sorry. You can actually compare this one to the 1978 Osaka concert where, a fight began. But I think in 1975, when we just see the videos right here, not really aggressive. I don't actually see like the rollers fighting. And I think the popularity didn't decline yet because in 1975, they were still popular because of Rollermania. Alright, that is done. So let me talk about the outfits before I end this discussion. So basically in Shang-a-Lang, we do see in the first episode that Les is actually the only one who wore an open jacket. I think for the rest of the members like Eric and Woody, they actually wore open jackets, but only in some episodes. But most likely, if I can calculate it correctly, I think the lead singer, Les McEwen, is actually the one who wore open jackets. So actually he wears open jackets most of the time, but sometimes he doesn't because normally the outfits do change a lot. As well as this, I think for Woody, he sometimes would wear the open jacket as well. Eric, same thing. And I think excluding the Longmuir brothers, I think Eric, Les, and Woody are the only ones who wore the open jackets. So that's one of the reasons why sometimes in the episodes, they would have a wardrobe of open jackets or other stage outfits, mostly covered in tartan. And that's the reason why the background here is tartan, is because of Rollermania. Okay, before I sign off, I still have a few questions that some users may notice. Like, I think, but not on the comment section, not on the video. So it's like this. So, a question is that I've been thinking of is, why didn't Shang-a-Lang actually air in Malaysia? Like, seriously, why? Well, eventually, the VHS that was here the last time, which was released in 1993 by Castle version in the UK. Unfortunately, the Bay City Rollers DVD of Shang-a-Lang wasn't released. Unfortunately, that's because we do see a limited popularity success, and I do believe in Malaysia it was actually worldwide at first because of the Bay City Rollers albums that were very popular. And I do believe that, in some of the albums right here, the BCR albums were also on sale in Malaysia, but it's only online. Unfortunately, we cannot get it physically, is because not many people are familiar with the Bay City Rollers and also the show Shang-a-Lang as well. However, I do believe, in my opinion, that Shang-a-Lang is actually available on YouTube, and it's also available in here in my country as well. You can just watch it on YouTube, because I do believe that it's not really available in Malaysia, as mentioned before, because I think one of the users actually do have a pen pal right here. But I do believe it was in the 1970s. Most likely, in my opinion, I just say in Malaysia, there's not a lot of Scottish loving fans right here, I think. And because of this, when popularity declined in 1978, I do believe a lot of people, they want to stop listening to the Bay City Rollers songs because, the popularity is declining and Strangers in the Wind is going to be released. So that's why a lot of people want to listen to other music as well. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why the Shang-a-Lang show was not available in Malaysia. I'm not too sure in 1970 if it was available in Malaysia, but I do believe that most likely, maybe yes or no. I don't know about this. I'm so sorry. My knowledge is not really that good for the 70s, although I have been listening to 70s music when I was very young. Yes, that is actually true. As well as this, I almost forgot to mention that, yes, it's been 51 years that Shang-a-Lang actually was released. April 1st, April Fool's Day. And by 4/25, the girls who were actually from school, they would normally sit down and watch Shang-a-Lang, and they would just see the band members perform music as well, which is actually great because, Scotland does have a lot of tartan. I'm just saying this in my opinion. I'm not trying to be rude at all, but, at times we do see like a lot of people just singing to the songs, just saying that, it's actually way better to the Craft Superstar Hour. If you actually compare Shang-a-Lang to the Craft Superstar Hour, I do believe that Shang-a-Lang is actually more popular than the Craft Superstar Hour. Because by 1978, all the tartan outfits were gone. As mentioned earlier, yes, that is actually true. And because of this, once the Craft Superstar Hour had aired, I do believe Les left the band afterwards, only to be replaced by Duncan Floyd and to change the name as well. So yeah, I do believe that is actually true. Because of this, popularity did decline, although it was actually a great run from 1974 to 1977. So it's like 3 years. And I do believe Rollermania actually, came here to greet everyone, And Shang-a-Lang was actually a very, very nostalgic show where the rollers were happy and none of them actually got into fights, It was very, very happy. It wasn't very scary. And it was also great because, the rollers were actually getting along at first. But I think after their popularity declined, things were getting worse. So that's why, in my opinion, I do prefer the popularity and also the greater area and the golden era as well, which is 1974 to 1977, along with the Rollermania as well in 1975. So yeah, that's actually one of the reasons why I prefer Shang-a-Lang than the Craft Superstar Hour. But anyways, guys, that's all for me. And before I sign off, let's sing the short intro of Shang-a-Lang again. Alright? Shang-a-Lang, 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 Shang-a-Lang. Yeah, we sang Shang-a-Lang and we ran with the gang doing do-a-be-do-be-do-I. With the jukebox playing and everybody singing the music like ours couldn't die. Oh, we sang Shang-a-Lang and we ran with the gang doing do-a-be-do-be-do-I. With the jukebox playing and everybody singing the music like ours couldn't die. That's all for me. Anyways, guys, that's all for this video. And if you do have any questions, please do let me know in the comment section. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Anyways, this is me signing off.